Relocate to Finland in less than a month with your family. Click on the link in the description section to apply for this.
Welcome to Alex Connect Global Services.
When you get to this website, you'll see studying in Finland. If your studies in Finland take longer than 90 days, you need a residence permit for studies. When you click on this, it will lead to the residence permit for studies. The permit is granted for the entire duration of your studies. You can study in Finland for a maximum of 90 days if you do not have a residence permit. Even if you stay in Finland for less than 90 days, you may still need a visa. So you can scroll down here. When you scroll down, you will see when can I be granted a residence permit for studies. You can read it here. You may apply for residence permit for studies if you have been accepted as a student at a higher education institution or other educational institution in Finland, and your studies will lead to a degree or a vocational qualification, or if you participate in an exchange program between educational institutions or some other exchange programs. For further information about exchange programs, please ask your own educational institution. Also, when you scroll down, you will see you must have sufficient financial resources for living in Finland during the entire period of validity of your residence permit. So you must have at least 560 euro at your disposal every month to be able to pay for your accommodation, food, and other needs. You can read more about student income requirements here. And then for tuition fees, Finnish institutions of higher education charge tuition fees from students who arrive from outside the EU and the EEA. In your application, you must give evidence that you have the necessary funds to pay your tuition fees. Students must also have insurance. You may work in paid employment for a maximum of 30 hours per week on average, even while you study in Finland. During holidays, for example, you may work full-time in any field, provided that your average working hours are no more than 30 hours per week at the end of the year. So in other words, you may work for an average of 120 hours per month or a total of 1,560 hours per year. Also, for family members, if you are granted a residence permit for studies, your spouse and children can be granted a residence permit on the basis of family ties. If you study for a degree at a higher education institution, even your families can get a continuous residence permit. So may I carry out part of my studies in a second EU member state? You can read the details when you get here. The application process, this is the application process. You can click on submitting an application. You click on this and it will lead to where you will submit your application, where you can fill and submit your application. So here you can click fill in the application and add your document, pay for your application, visit an embassy, consulate or service point to prove your identity, wait for a decision. The Finnish immigration service will contact you if necessary. Follow the process, then wait for the residence permit in the same country or locality where you submitted your application and prove your identity. So you can read more here. Fill in an electronic application, then you prepare for life in Finland. So when you get to this website, you can read every other thing that you need to know about how to move to Finland with your family. So when you can click on processing your application too, and then supplementing or cancelling your application, decision and notification of the decision, and then appealing a decision. So the D visa allows you to travel to Finland immediately after being issued with a residence permit, and then you can prepare for your life in Finland. Click on the link in the description section and I wish you good luck. For more information or if you need help in applying for your study or work permit, send us an email at teamalexconnect@gmail.com.